AI startups raised $189 billion.
Not a lot of diversity on every level.
How do you hire in the age of AI?
If you have enough information, it's easy to automate.
Being dumb makes me happy.
What's your balance?
It's overstimulating and not deep enough. We're literally touching grass.
That's not their first round, so I think it's fair.
An agent is a somewhat okay employee. Every problem in life is either from sport or from the lack of it.
Dreams in pieces lay behind the scenes, the price they've paid. We study close, reveal what's real, deconstructed truths unsealed.
Should we clap to something?
You can clap if it cheers you up.
We did it once, we liked it, and we decided to repeat.
So today's Deconstructed VC podcast is just going to be two of us, cap table for two.
And I have no idea what we are going to discuss because we are so tired with lots of things that are going on in the fund and around it. So to be honest, I think maybe it's not a lot of times I can say that I am not prepared.
Prepared mind is what matters in venture capital. You spend more time than others on some topic, and then you're like, oh, that we know a lot. We actually know a lot about that. So let's just jump in. But it's I don't think anyone is prepared right now.
Yes. So let's start with like where we are, what day it is, if you remember, of course.
It is Thursday, I think. No, it's Tuesday. It is Tuesday. Feels like Thursday.
It's Tuesday, March 10th. Today we announce another unicorn from our seed fund. Rod AI came out of stealth, and we'll be talking about that more later. What else? How can you describe
today? It's crazy. Yeah.
Your status, state of the day.
My status. I feel happy because I like what is happening, and my curiosity has like an endless well of knowledge to dig into. It's impossible to keep up, and that's great. So I can, I can scroll the news and they never end.
Do you think that it could be also a problem because you're like always in this loop on this curiosity, like new things coming, and I can see people around me, they're so excited about vibe coding, they're like doing like their agents every day and actually burning out because like it's addictive.
It is addictive, it's overstimulating and not deep enough because a lot of times you just respond to whatever AI asks you, like the latest prompt and then like one more prompt and then one more prompt, and then you rarely actually stop to give it enough thought, especially people who run like 6 agents working at the same time, 3 working on the same repo, and then like 3 more on like running other projects and maybe doing some research, and then like you never actually stop and read and try to understand and dig in. So there's no like long form dopamine coming into the brain, and that is definitely burning out. I feel like that sometimes, but I like to stop and think. I kind of accepted that you cannot be up to speed with everything, even if like it's literally my full-time job to be up to speed. But stuff is happening so quickly now that even if you just pay attention to the major things, you're still don't have enough time in the day. Okay,
and I said that I am not prepared, but I delegate preparation to our followers on Instagram, and I asked them to send questions they wanted me to discuss with Nick. And actually one of them was something about what we are talking right now. How you have enough mental capacity to do all what maybe it's more about me, but what I'm in charge of, you're in charge of as well.
Everything I'm in charge of. I actually do not know what exactly I'm in charge of. That's the beauty of it. Yeah, I know the big picture. We run a venture capital firm.
Okay.
We have our goals, long-term goals. And we know like what actually is the smallest compounding part of that process. And then we can build it from scratch every day. And that's the beauty of it. Like if I'm in charge of building a certain feature today. I might just say, okay, today I'm not in charge of this feature. AI is in charge, and I'll check on it later. Today I'm in charge of looking at a new company that I really like. Playing with
Nick,
the most awesome
probably
toy.
I will deconstruct that for you.
Okay.
Because probably you need a definition of what like means by in charge of.
Okay.
First of all, we are in charge of money that we've been given by our LPs.
Oh yeah, and our own money.
And our own money. So we're also in charge of like all portfolio companies that we invested in as well. We're
Yeah, okay.
also in charge
We're
of...
responsible, not in charge.
Responsible, yes.
Yeah,
So
but not in charge. I mean,
we are also responsible for our kids, for
the kids,
people
yes.
around us.
that is true.
For the
I forgot about them.
Okay, so that's his secret.
Yeah, I mean, being dumb makes me happy.
Well, you're not dumb, but you just like do not accept that you're responsible. That's also a life hack.
You know, never growing up is the secret. Childlike curiosity.
Okay, and having someone close to you who feels differently and who feels always in charge of everything around.
Right? Yeah, that helps. That definitely helps.
About me, if I answered that question, lately I've realized that for my mental capacity, I have to do a couple of things. The first one is to have enough time for physical activity, for having like sport in my life. Or just like have enough time to walk around, something like that. Also, to have time with people I love and with people around, with our community. Doesn't matter if it's VC community or just like my friends. That's important for me. That's keeping me sane.
Well, sport definitely makes me insane, and I don't like it. No.
What would happen to you if you...
I would die. Yes, that's the problem. Every problem in life is either from sport or from the lack of it. So sports is the ultimate evil.
What's your balance?
I'm trying not to die. Staying alive, I think in today's world, it's an achievement.
Okay. That one would be very interesting for you. And probably the target audience for that question was me. But
Okay.
What is your beauty routine?
My beauty routine. Oh, I'm being asked that a lot lately. I work out.
But not that much.
Yeah, actually, I don't do shit, and I look beautiful. I washed my face this morning and brushed my teeth. Today, yes.
What do you mean by I don't do shit?
Okay, I do have a really good hair dryer. That's it. The only reason I have it is that I wanted to use my daughter's hair dryer and she wouldn't let me. So I went online and asked Perplexity to find me the most expensive, the fanciest hair dryer there is to make my daughter really jealous, and bought it just because I can. Parenting.
Yeah, another question. How you can assess this as a parent, like that kind of behavior?
I think it's awesome. How can I assess it? It also turns out the hairdryer is really good.
Okay, but you know what? She's keeping coming to our bathroom and
She's using that? Okay, that's what I thought.
And because she's already there, she not only using your hair dryer, but now she's using my perfume and other my stuff.
Bad for you, I guess. I'm sorry.
Okay.
But yeah, well, we can maybe talk a little bit business while our subscribers are providing more food for thought. So there is a lot of stuff going on with, at least today, there are major news. So Miro Murati Thinking Machines, also our portfolio company, has done a huge partnership with Nvidia. Jan LeCun raised $1 billion seed round for his European AI lab. Rode AI came out of Stealth, also a portfolio company, with a $1.7 billion valuation, which is a lot, but I think for them it's just the beginning.
That's a difference. That's not their first round, so I think it's fair.
Oh yeah, and
but for Miro and Jan LeCun, that was their first seed round.
No, Miro raised more money now.
That's true.
From Nvidia, and I don't think they disclosed it.
But even her first round was extremely at a high valuation.
In February alone, AI startups raised $189 billion. That is roughly 1.1x of what all of the VC industry invested in startups in 2024. So investing that much money in one, like, what do you think is happening?
That's a question we are going to answer on our conference. Is it a bubble, AI bubble or not?
That's a good teaser.
That's a good teaser, yeah. And when we are going to pop up.
I feel like a lot of companies are raising stupid amounts of money, and there are a lot of deals that are happening. Just, Meta acquired Club. What's the name of this thing?
Maltbook. Yeah.
Meta has acquired Maltbook. I don't know for how much, but that's insane. When I first saw it, I sincerely thought that was satire. That was just like ironic news.
Okay,
Explain
why.
So Maltbook is a social network
for
agents, for OpenClaws specifically. And like when it came out, it was a funny concept because you could direct your OpenClaw to it and say, hey, like use this and talk to other like agents, learn something new, blah, blah, blah. But then because it's accessible via an API, you can ask your Claude bot to register like 2 million accounts and just spam it. Or you can just write your own post there, or prompt your Claude bot to do certain things there, like start a new religion, advocate for eradication of humans, stuff like that. It was a funny social experiment, also good rage bait for a lot of news outlets. But Meta actually acquiring that for money?
So what do you think their strategy is? Is it like Mark is just so tired of humans and he decided to switch to just agents, social network, or he wants to combine it?
Or maybe, well, I mean, that might be good data for their superintelligence lab.
That's true.
That like thinking seriously, but like not thinking seriously is easy here because there's so many jokes. It's really like just his strategy, right? When he sees a new social network appear and grow, he needs to either buy it or copy it and kill it. Like same as like he tried to do with Snap and like Instagram. He bought Instagram. He couldn't buy Snapchat, so he copied everything they came up with. So I thought if he wasn't able to buy Maltbook, he would just copy it and swarm it with his own bots.
Why didn't he copy it?
I do not know. Like this is a deal that like I usually am able to explain why deals happen. But Meta is incredibly good at producing news materials.
Surprising.
Yeah, they keep surprising. Like yesterday, it was all over the media that they sidelined Alexander Wang. So they sidelined Alexander Wang, whom they acquired for $14 billion. Sub is amazing.
Was it vesting? Was it just like all?
No, then their PR person appears on X and says it's all lies. Nothing happened.
Okay.
But there was a reorg and there was a memo that got out, that got leaked. So, I mean, maybe having a reorg every Tuesday just keeps everybody on their toes, just make sure that things are new, not boring.
Okay, what we can take from it? The first thing is that like agents are very important trend. We have to pay more attention to what's going on here and probably think about like who's not thinking about that.
I don't think we should pay attention to that. I think we should let our agents pay attention to that.
Yeah, I mean, we have to redesign our, strategy, focus not only on humans, but also on agents as well.
I mean, we've done it a couple of years ago.
We've done it. I'm not talking about us.
Oh, you mean like
yes,
the larger audience? I mean, like, yeah, this is why I'm like, I don't like reacting to trends. You have to let's see where it's going.
Yeah, let's maybe start from the beginning. Like when ChatGPT became public, we thought and we sit and thought that there is like 5 levels of autonomy in companies. So that's when we discuss first the emerging agents and other stuff. Let's maybe do the full picture for it.
Oh, okay. Back when LLMs became a thing, and like GPT 3.5, it became evident that they are able to become an interface for computers to be able to access any part of human civilization. Eventually, they would become better, cheaper. and then LLMs talking to other LLMs, planning and executing would allow to have digital employees. So once you've done, so level 1 autonomy is, or the foundational level of autonomy, let's call it level 0, is when you are able to create a digital twin of the business. So there's enough surface area for agents to absorb and to operate on. And then you can start using assistants, augment humans. Then you can go to level 3, which is digital employees. And then you can go to level 4, which is digital managers. Like the whole department might be autonomous. Like back in the day, ViewSonic was a company that revolutionized business by being able to build a multinational company that sells computer screens across the whole world. I think a lot of our viewers remember there's like 3 parrots sitting like on the ViewSonic logo. How many employees do they have? Do you know that? 20 or 22, something like that. So they outsourced everything.
But it's different. Like they can outsource, but
yeah, but now you can automate. Like
yeah.
you can keep stuff in-house, but just done by your agents, and that's insane. You can build parallel structures for everything. Like you don't like your supply chain, you build your own supply chain.
And let's close the loop. Like the
6th level would be like a full autonomy, is like one person, 5 billion company, or like 3 people, 20 billion company, something like that. And that's already happening. People are already building that. And also we can see, based from latest Y Combinator data, that companies have, I think the mean for their batch to go from pre-seed to Series A is now 9 months. It used to be 14 months, like for the best companies. 1 year ARR, so a company that is 1 year old, NYC, is 10 million. So they're almost making $1 million a month. That's insane. Some of the companies are just doing even more than that. Hicksfield got to 200 million ARR in 11 months.
300 million in a year since March.
Yeah, so it keeps growing by like 30-40% month over month. That growth rate is absolutely insane, and that is because you can do so much more with so much less. I think the biggest differentiator here is not even ability to like, because let's face it, like an agent is not a better employee. An agent is a somewhat okay employee. It's like somebody told it, Joshua Buck called it a hyper-leveraged toddler. Or I like to think of it as an coding intern with like 150 IQ, but memory loss and a drinking problem.
But it's now.
But what is important, of course it's going to be better, but what is important is that you can scale them and you can have them work async. There's no information logistics. I think just cutting information logistics, like when I send an email to my colleagues and then I wait for them to respond and then they need to do something and to get back to me, that stretches across weeks. You cannot really get anything done in that environment. I don't really know how people work in corporations, but that's why startups were so much faster. Now you can have a department in a corporation that moves with the speed of a startup because they've cut out the information logistics and have leveraged the agents.
And we can see it across all all industries. We talked to, movie industry. Just recently, we talked to pharma industry, drug discovery, everything. Yeah. We can apply that to a lot of industry. That's true. And also we can apply to VC, and I can ask the question that people write me. When will AI replace venture capitalists? And the answer is like already replaced. That's why we are sitting here. Yeah,
like we're literally touching grass.
And like our agents are working. What are your agents right now doing?
I don't think I know because I have not checked on them for the last 3 hours. I think they might be waiting for my input.
Unsupervised agents.
Yeah, my answer to that would be late stage VC can be automated. Like you can run fully autonomous hedge funds already. Like public markets easy, late stage easy because you have enough data to make decisions.
Yeah, so if you have enough data, if you have enough information, it's easy to automate.
Yeah, again, VC is a decision-making business and a business of information and access. Having asymmetric access to information and access to startups, the ability to write them checks so they would take your money, does not come from automation. Information part, yes, maybe, but also it's not a publicly available information. It's a basically VC, early stage VC is legalized insider trading. You have to get insights and insights into what is happening in different industries, what founders are out there raising, which ones have better progress, and then ability to approach them and write a check is insane. I mean, when we started our second fund, I was thinking that 20% carried interest does not make sense for like $10 billion funds. Yet, many $10 billion funds charge 25% carried interest and 2.5% management fees because their investors want access. We don't do that. Their investors want access and they're ready to pay for access. And that just proves that access is very important and it's very hard to do. And on early stage, it's not about, just writing an autonomous check. So, if I was a founder, I would not take any like automatically written checks. So
the next question, which is related to this, how can someone start a career in VC in 2026 without prior experience?
That's relatively easy, of course, because I've been doing that for 18 years. So I feel like it's...
But the difference is like it's not the same as it was 18 years ago.
That's super easy. Basically, like if you want to become a partner in the VC fund eventually, like you either need to be the gateway for awesome deals or for LP money, for investor money. And like you can choose the track. If you want to be the gateway for the LP money, you can go into wealth management and, just like know 300 amazing family offices, become friends with them, earn their trust, send their birthday cards and Christmas cards. And that track is not for me. That's boring and I don't like it, but a lot of people do it successfully. The second track that I would choose is basically pick 5 partners in the like VC firms that you deeply admire and look at what they're looking at, study them, look at their portfolio companies, talk to people who know them, learn as much as you can, and then start looking for deals. Find something that you absolutely believe they should invest, but they might not know yet about. Try to find an angle, like where do you source it? Who do you talk to? Find good deals and keep sending them to good deals every week. They won't be responding. Sometime they would respond, ask for an intro. If you keep doing it for a year, you'll get a job offer. Let's talk about hiring. How do you hire in the age of AI? Like, do you hire somebody who's a really good engineer that can vibe code? Do you hire a product? Like, let's say you're a startup, 2 founders, both technical. Who do you hire next? How?
I think it's very unpopular question right now. Like most of the curious is about like how to lay off people, not to hire them, how to like build companies just like two founders and a dog without hiring anyone.
That is quite popular, and a lot of people are not even raising any money because they're like, why would they? See, the dog has went.
Yeah, because like we can do it without me.
It's actually a very interesting question. I think hiring people with founder mentality is the hardest, but the most rewarding thing to do in an early stage startup. Someone who's able to be a full stack, not only in terms of code, but also in terms of processes, like picking up their phone and placing a phone call to talk to suppliers, somebody who's agentic, high agency, and someone with curiosity to look at new things, learn new things, and because you need an absolute 360 overview of everything happening. But like if only founders do that, this startup is not going to leverage.
I can see 2 trends. Like both are very popular among like our startups and like what I see. People are very careful about hiring. They're not fast in hiring the next employee in the company. So they're like keep waiting until they find the perfect match. But I can see 2 things. The first trend is I'm going to hire someone with whom I can work in the same place.
All right.
So they're hiring like locally. It's very popular, like especially in Silicon Valley.
Yeah, founder house.
Yeah, founder house. Yes, it's like could be more expensive, but we really need to work 24 hours, 7 days a week. We need a common space. We can see that like, the speed of work together is higher than...
We could have hired any other dog, but we already have this one inside our house, right?
Yes. And another trend is like, okay, but we are in this modern age. Why do we even need this approach? Let's do everything from first principles, everything like according to the AI era, like fully remote. We don't need any space at all. Let's design all processes that like the whole work system would work like 24 hours, 7 days a week. Doesn't matter like where people are.
So it really depends on the founder, extrovert versus introvert. Do you want to have people around you, or do you like want to sit in your garage and code while like somebody else in their garage in Bulgaria codes?
I know your answer.
Yeah. I mean, our team is fully remote, but we are together in one house.
Which is very helpful because like we don't, as agents, we don't spend any time on like information, logistics like.
Zero problems with lack of trust, yeah. That's fun. I might have a question for you. So you are organizing TEDx Women, and you're speaking, and then you're participating in as a mentor in Women in Tech. Why do you do that? Why do you think it's important?
Well, with TEDx it's easy. I actually enjoyed the process when I was a speaker. It was not an easy process, but I took a lot for me. It was not an easy thing to find what is important to me that I want to share to the world just in 10 minutes. And I really want to give that experience to people who I admire.
Which does not include me, apparently.
Who probably did not have stage for that, like proper stage for that, to talk about that.
Okay. That's your excuse, because I already have a stage.
Yes.
A platform. Okay. I want to comment on that because like speaking on TED was always my dream. And then Marina took it away from me.
I did not. I've been invited like
2 times to speak at TED, and then you organized your own TED, and I couldn't speak.
Did you remember the theme of the TEDx I organized?
Yes, the women's voice.
The power of a women's voice.
Did you just assume my gender?
Yeah, I think I know. I know that you have
I can be a support.
Okay, yeah, I know you have a lot to say about every topic.
Yes, of course. Like I can be the biggest supporter of women's voice.
I know, and actually you are.
My whole life I've been listening to women's voice and retelling it with my male voice so it could be heard.
You know, it's so unfair. Yeah, like I mean, it's really physics because our voice on not that low, so it's in a higher pitch, higher tones, and our vocal cords are smaller. So
your lungs are smaller.
We have less air inside. So according to physics, the wave of our sound is it's less. And if we are surrounded by male voices, they just consume like women's voice. So even on the playground, when I'm trying to like reach my son and I'm actually screaming, he can't hear me. But like Nick can say just one couple of words, okay? Not even screaming, like just loud.
He just loves his daddy more.
Of course. And that's why we built a stage when women can share how they're very successful in their industries, so they can share their tools, their insights, how
the VC industry and the like
what they did to be hard.
The VC industry and tech is kind of unfair to women. Like there are very few female founders who are funded. Very few are successful, partially because of that. But do you think do you think female founders are actually like better or worse or equal to male founders? How are they different?
I don't like to like compare like different
stereotypes. I mean, come on, like we're on the podcast. Let's rage bait.
But I think two things when we're talking about like venture capital and founders. There are two things. First of all, yes, there are not a lot of diversity on every level. So if we have diversity. If we want diversity among female, like among founders, we should have diversity among people who are making decisions in venture capital as well.
And who give them money.
And who give them money as well. So like on every level should be diversity. So for example, in our fund, because I'm also in charge of making decisions, and my network have, I think, more female founders than yours.
Obviously.
We have more percentage of female founders in the fund, despite of the fact that we invest in only in repeat founders, despite of the fact that we invest in only in AI founders. And the second thing, which is, I think, bigger problem, and I met this concern among talking to other male investors, that we didn't invest in this particular company or female founder because their ambitions are not that high. They're not too risky, and I can see why. It's actually, I also can see that most of the time women are less risky decisions. I think, but this is not because I think we don't feel safe to make mistakes. So that's something that
might be also to do with how the society, especially the Western society, sees women in general.
That's true. So that's a bigger problem that we should work on a larger scale. So I really want women to do more mistakes, to do risky bets.
Marina Davidovs wants women to fail more.
Yes, because when we are failing, we're actually learning, and that means that we are doing risky bets, and by doing risky bets, we can achieve more.
That is true. Even on playground, if a girl does something risky, parents would be like, no, you shouldn't be doing that, my little princess. But boys are fine, let him break his neck, he'll learn. My
parents never said something like that to me.
That's why you are an
Because
entrepreneur.
most of them on the playground, I was alone with those parents. That's the Soviet Union childhood.
Good.
You survive, good.
Yeah, you come back at 9 p.m. Good. I think now for the modern generation is going to become much harder because helicopter parenting, all of the tech that we have. Imagine in the 90s in the US, they had to run an ad campaign on all of the TV channels. Around 9 p.m. they would remind parents that they have kids and they need to check on them and invite them home.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah, but now we have our kids' location at all times. Even if they're alone for some reason, which they never are, we know exactly where they are. I have parental controls on my Tesla that my daughter uses. That's insane. I don't think they can really develop the kind of risk tolerance that comes with just being alone to your own problems. Or maybe they are with just different kind of problems that we don't see as parents.
It's really difficult to compare how the environment they are raised with our environment. You have a joke about, not a joke, story about our daughter and manual driving.
Oh yeah, she came home and said, Dad, I just drove manual. My friend's car was manual, I just drove it. I was like, wow, I did not teach you how to drive manual. And then she's like, oh, I figured it out. And then I got suspicious, so I asked how many pedals did the car have? She says 2, of course. So apparently manual is a car that does not drive itself. Welcome to 2026 Silicon Valley.
Yeah, when Nick shared that, he got a lot of comments about this is insane. But that's actually, I can see how it's a reality of our children.
The concept of self-driving is going to be reversed for them, because for them self-driving is going to be meaning I have to drive myself, right? Mm-hmm. So you got a self-driving car, loser. Have to drive yourself.
It would be just for those who likes risk.
Oh yeah. But that is a good segue into education. So another topic that I wanted to discuss, and apparently some of your subscribers wanted to discuss, is what do we do in 2026 if we want our kids to succeed or be happy or whatever the goals of parents are?
And to be honest, I feel so uncomfortable to talk about that because we have to wait 10 years at least to see if we are doing something
classic academia. So yeah, we need to do a proper study.
And now we have 16 years old.
We need a third kid to be a placebo group.
Placebo group, okay. So we have 2 kids, 16 years old and 8 years old. 16 years old, with our oldest one, we are in the state where she, in 2 years, she's going to apply to the colleges and universities. We are trying to assess all opportunities, and we already like very frustrated because high like university education is so behind.
I'm actually super glad that she wants to become a doctor, because first of all, that means that she does not have to study to become a doctor in the next 4 years. You can only get that like into medical school after you actually graduate, so she can do whatever the...
So just postponing like the decision.
Yeah, we're like staggering. It's just
procrastinating the decision.
Procrastinating the decision. She can do like history and political science and I don't know, biology, whatever she likes. And then she can get into medical school, and we would hope that by that time medical schools would catch up. But the other interesting part is that medical schools did not have to catch up that much as like computer science or I don't know, management or like any other knowledge work that has been severely impacted by AI, because now like not a single US-based school produces employable candidates right now. So it's a waste of money and waste of 4 years. And I feel super sorry for people who just wasted 4 years and are graduating today with zero skills that are usable in real life.
I agree and I disagree, because like we have to determine like to define what skills are you talking about. Like I would totally agree about knowledge.
Code. Okay. Perplexity computer.
But it's not only about like that skills. It's not about like hard skills. What about soft skills?
What kind of soft skills do you learn in computer science?
University, it doesn't matter like what specific topic you are learning, like it's also environment, the like process of learning with like peer group,
but
working
the reality of the
projects
data,
together.
Sadly, the reality of the data says that employment among 20-year-olds is at the lowest. People only want experienced people who can use AI. There's a 30% premium for being proficient with AI tools in the market. I think for like computer science, it's much higher. If you are an experienced full stack engineer who knows who've built a lot of solutions and is able to use AI to code, you're basically getting 20x more than someone who doesn't know how to do that.
There is a popular opinion among high schoolers that what is important now is that they should learn how to do something with their hands.
Trade school, yes. So instead of Harvard, our daughter should go to a trade school. I support that. That is cheaper.
Okay, what about our 8 years old?
Our 8 years old, I think he's going to be fine because he has time to adapt and the system has to adapt. Also, we just enrolled our 8-year-old in Alpha School. He's not excited about it.
It's not a recommendation. We still like don't check it. We
haven't tried it. But I spent a day with them while he was doing like a shadow day. He kind of enjoyed it. He's not excited because he doesn't want to change schools and doesn't want to get new friends instead of the ones that he barely got in the first 5 years. But what I feel is really good about Alpha School is that at least they're willing to experiment. They're trying to condense all of the curriculum that a classic school would have into 2 hours a day. And then the rest of the time they would do project-based group, teamwork. They would come up with new ideas. I think that's a good shot at changing how apparently it works because they publish their numbers and their median student is top 1 percentile American student. And I don't think that's because they have adverse selection and they only select the best. Mm-hmm. They do select different kids. It's just the environment. And I think the higher education system really has to change because it's not, the first reaction was, let's just not use AI. Let's forbid it. Let's make them write essays by hand, which is insane. I mean, go back to verbal exams, use AI. Yes, you cannot have enough time for the teachers to listen to every student. Use AI. Make them talk to AI. Make them to make a point to AI and argue. Look at this as data. Go deeper whenever you are questioning something. And that's how you leverage AI to be a better teacher, not just say, okay, like ChatGPT is forbidden.
What should the parents do if they don't have Alpha School? Yeah, what schools?
Well, first of all, there's our portfolio company, Bina School. That is a digital-only school for nomad kids. I mean, like no digital nomads and like other folks who are traveling a lot. So your kids can learn from school, and it's an elementary school, which is fun. It also compresses all of the curriculum into a very short time, and then kids can go out and play and socialize with other kids and do sports. But I think that what's really important is to teach kids how to use AI, how to stay curious, how to do follow-up questions, how to ask questions, how to how to delegate work.
That's a problem, because I think most of adults who are teaching the kids, they don't know how to use AI.
That is a problem. That is really big problem. There's this picture, when we edit, we're going to bring it up. But basically, this is a very small percentage of people who use AI, and then a much smaller percentage of people who use it to write code. And I think that is the biggest differentiator, because software. Who said that? Somebody smart said that on Twitter, of course, because that's my primary source of information.
On X.
Yeah, on X. One's ability to read and write was only for the elite, and then it became a human right. I think ability to create software was the attribute of an elite. It no longer will be. It's going to be a human right to create custom software. People won't even feel that they're creating software. Like the software is going to be so adaptable that everyone's going to make their own software just by expressing their needs, or merely blinking because AI is going to predict what they need.
Let's try to wrap it up.
Yep. Do you have more questions from that?
If you want, you can talk more about your beauty routine. I don't know.
My beauty routine.
How do you divide workload, parenting time among each other? Interesting question.
Oh, yes. Okay. So she's looking at me because yesterday she had stuff to do and I didn't have stuff to do. And yet she was reading the book to our kid. I do feel guilty, but I was reading a book myself and it was so good.
Okay, next time you can read your book to our son.
That is a good idea. It's actually pretty boring for him, so he would fall asleep very quickly.
Okay, efficiency is the secret to the balancing workload and parenting.
Yeah, and also, like as we just discussed, the less oversight we give to our kids, the more risk-taking they would grow up. And if it doesn't kill them, they might become stronger entrepreneurs. So
yesterday I was so happy that, to be honest, I was not a good parent yesterday because I didn't prepare a dinner and you didn't prepare a dinner, but our daughter...
That's intermittent fasting.
Yes.
We're introducing our kids to it.
Okay, again, we are in charge of our kids and they're supposed to have a dinner.
They're not starving.
So our daughter actually made a dinner.
That's good. See, like that's how you develop ability to cook in them. Okay. You leave them without the dinner. They're going to be very successful. But then they're going to spend all of their money
on a therapy.
On a therapist.
That's why they invest in a company who do
AI therapy. Yeah. So at least it's going to be cheaper. Cool. Thank you everyone for joining our
and sending your questions. Keep sending them.
Yeah. So we want to alternate this format with actually talking to founders because this is fun, but we need to talk to other people too. After all, we invested in their companies and they expect us to help them build them and help them hire. So we need you to apply for jobs in these amazing companies.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Marina.